Hey guys, it's Shy and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be testing out the Conceal and Define foundation from Makeup Revolution. I am so excited to test this out. It came out a minute ago, but I just never picked it up, and then my local Ulta finally had a full shade range, so we are testing this bad boy out. It does claim to be full coverage and matte, so we will see about that. Before we get into it though, don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already and join the party. You're already here anyway, so you might as well. And if you'd like, click that notification bell as well. That does keep you updated on all of the newness, and I do upload 3 to 5 times a week. That being said, let's talk about this. So this does come with 0.8 fluid ounces, and it is like a glass bottle, which is nice. And it has this type of applicator on it, which, I mean, I prefer pumps, but my favorite foundation of all time is the Wet n Wild. And this one has like that spatula thing. So like I'm used to having some wonky like applying techniques. So that didn't bother me that much. The shade I picked up is F8, and this is what the packaging looks like. So F8 claims to be for medium skin tones that have a warm undertone, which is me. Especially when I am self-tanned, I do pick up more of that warmth in my skin. So if you are curious though how this applies and how she wears through the wear test, including a workout, which is why my hair is in these weird little bun things right now. I'm actually heading to the gym in about an hour with my best friends. But if you are curious to see how she survives through that, keep on watching. Let's jump into all of this. So I'm gonna prime the way that I normally prime my skin, which is with my new favorite e.l.f. duo. So first I'll go in with the e.l.f. Matte Control Lotion, and then I'll go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So I do 2 pumps of the drying lotion because I got a big face, and I put this in all over. Now I use my moisturizer first and then I go in with this, and it just really helps my skin, I feel like, stay matte but also be really smooth. And then for the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, I mean, we go in with a pretty good amount of her because, you know, who doesn't want to be poreless? So I'm going to put this, I first put a good amount in between my fingers and warm it up, if it'll work, and then start pressing it into the skin. Now, this is a dupe for the Tatcha Silk Canvas. Or it's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be a dupe for it. I did do a video on it. In my opinion, it works a lot better than Tatcha. So yeah, I haven't even used up the rest of my Tatcha since I discovered this. Like, this is so good. Now for the foundation, let me see if it says anything. It doesn't say anything necessarily on here. It does have this giant wand on it, and this color I'm hoping is good for me. I was swatching them in Ulta today, and this seemed like the closest. Now, if you're new to my channel, my face is always way lighter than my body because I am self-tanned right now. Even in the summer though, when I'm outside all the time, my face is lighter, which is very odd to me. But I don't know how much to use, so she might be a little light, but we'll try it out. Oh no, it might be okay. I am gonna go in pretty heavy just because I like full coverage, like full coverage. Hopefully I didn't use too much, but let's see here. And it doesn't smell like anything really, in my opinion. So I am gonna take my Morphe sponge and start bouncing this into the skin, and we'll see how full coverage she really is. I mean, other than the fact that the shade is like hella too light, I don't think that this is full coverage. I mean, it might be appearing full coverage on camera, but this is not full coverage. Medium coverage maybe, but I'm seeing like a lot of my redness. Like, see how you can see a lot of my skin underneath that right there? This is not full coverage in my opinion. Full coverage would have covered that. Yeah, this color is way too light for me. Gosh darn it. It's okay, we'll bronze it up and we'll make it work. Hopefully maybe it'll oxidize a little bit. That would be good. So, it feels really lightweight on the skin, first impressions. But I'm seeing a lot of my skin peeking through. Let me give you guys a close-up. So, see, all of this is still peeking through. Let me blend under my eye a little bit better. But, like, it's just not full coverage. So let's go in for another layer. And like I put a good amount of it on. So it's okay. Now I don't mind building up a foundation. I just don't like it when a foundation like says it's full coverage and you're assuming that it's going to be full coverage and then it's not. So, and I know to like get the most full coverage, you can go in with a brush, but I've been using a sponge even with my Wet n Wild and gotten really bomb coverage from it. So that's why I wanted to stick with my sponge. Okay, second layer looks a heck of a lot better. And like I said, I don't mind layering up a foundation. Like if it works, it works. Like that doesn't bother me. I just don't like that it says it's full coverage when it's not. Say you're medium to full if you're medium to full. Because those of us who are our cake faces trying to unleash our inner drag queens, you know, we want that cake face. We want that full beat. Okay, so now that I have second layer on, I feel like it's looking a lot more full coverage. The color is way too light, but whatevs. I know I've said that like a million times, but it just looks really, really light. I mean, it would probably, well, I don't know. Maybe it's oxidizing a little bit. Maybe I'm crazy. Anyways, moving along regardless, I am going to see how it reacts with my concealer. I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in Light. I just picked up a new one. Literally, like, she is brand new, untouched. I love it when they're brand new and then they get, like, super gross looking right away. And now we're just going to click for an eternity while the concealer goes up. She's almost there. I see it peeking through. Yes, come through concealer. Okay, so I'm gonna put this under my eye. And I'm just gonna do really natural makeup right now, guys, because like I said, I am going to the gym. And I feel like the color is oxidizing a little bit more, so I think this is why I did go with this shade, because like now that I'm looking in the monitor, it looks, I think, a lot better. So I think it does oxidize a tiny bit, which thank you God, because I was looking a little crazy there for a second. Damn. Okay, so let's buff this in and see how it works. And then I don't know if I said the price of this foundation, guys. This foundation, I believe, is $12. I had a coupon though, one of them Ulta coupons, so I used that on it. And then let's see, let's go down. So far it is blending really nicely with my concealer, so I appreciate that. Because sometimes a foundation can react weird with a specific concealer, and I don't have time for that, so. All right, and then just to give you guys a close-up right now, it is looking very full coverage in my opinion. I mean, you can see a little bit of my texture, but like, it is what it is. Your girl's got acne. I am gonna set it with my Laura Mercier setting powder, which is my usual setting powder, and we will see how it looks after that. Set all down right here as well. And then from what I've read, this is a matte foundation as well. So if you are interested in this and it does work out, and you have drier skin, make sure you really moisturize or even use a beauty oil. I have very, very oily skin, so matte foundation is what works for me. But if you have dry skin and you ever want to use something that is a matte foundation or try it out, make sure you do what's needed for your skin. Otherwise, you could be in a world of pain. So let's see here. Really just pouncing this in. It's looking really nice so far. I really like the way that it's looking. I'm like looking into the monitor. It looks really, really nice. And then this indent, this is an indent in case you guys are curious. It's not missing foundation. I was wearing my eyeglasses earlier, and I'll probably wear my glasses to the gym. I don't feel like putting my contacts in, so that's what that is. So now I'm curious to see how it works with powders. So I am going to take my Profusion contour kit and start contouring. This is a brush from Mascara Beauty. I've been using it to contour, honestly, because I lost my favorite contouring brush and I had this, so I was like, there we go. But I'm gonna go in with my light contour shade and see how it works with the powders. If I do like this foundation, I am gonna go back and exchange the color though, because it is still looking really, really light now that it's settled in. I thought that it was working, but it's not. It's definitely a little light. I'm gonna go under here. And then I am gonna go down the sides of my nose as well with my Morphe MO brush. I don't like to contour my nose too heavily because it does kind of veer off to the side a tiny bit. So I just like to just kind of put a little bit of definition in her, but nothing too crazy. Otherwise, I feel like it looks really weird and makes me feel uncomfortable. Now for bronzer, I am gonna go in with Morphe little angled brush, and I'm gonna gently dip into my Casey Holmes palette because it has the dark butter bronzer in there, and I really want to bronze up my face because I feel like I look a little ghostly, and like maybe I don't look as ghostly like in person, but I feel like on the monitor I'm looking a little pale, and I don't want to look pale right now. And then just blending it down. And then just finessing it into the skin. Everything is blending really nicely on top of it so far. So I appreciate that for sure. And then I am gonna add in some blush. I'm gonna go in with my Milani Romantic Rose. And then this is a Sephora brush. I'm just dipping that in there and adding some color onto these cheeks. Bringing some life back into this face. This is one of my favorite blush shades of like all time. It's just so pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna quickly do my eyes. And we are back, guys. So I just did like just really light makeup and just like a little bit of like a color pop, just like Super Shock highlight, just very simple. I put on some e.l.f. plumping lip gloss. It has settled in a little bit more where it is matching my skin a little bit better. The bronzer did help. I normally do cream beige in Wet n Wild. So if you are cream beige in Wet n Wild, do like F9 or 10 maybe, because I am going to swap this out though, because I don't like the fact that I had to bronze my skin up so much to make it match, but that is on me, not the foundation. But I mean, right now the skin looks really, really good. I'm very happy with it. So hopefully it continues to wear like this. I am definitely going to give you guys updates. So I will see you at the first check-in. Okay guys, so first check-in, it looks so rough. It's only been an hour and it's settled into even my lines here, all of these pores. It's emphasizing all of my texture. Look at all of this. So guys, I am so sorry. I know that I said I was gonna wear this to the gym, but it already looks so bad that this is not Shia approved foundation. It's just not, and I like normally, like even Wet n Wild does not settle in like this. Like this looks really bad. can see all my pores, and I even put in my pore blurring. It's just like really just, I don't know if it's because I had to do 2 layers of it because it wasn't full coverage. I don't know, but I mean, it just is really, really drying and really emphasizing all of my texture. So I'm gonna actually wash this off my face because I'm nervous now that my skin is gonna get irritated and I'm gonna break out more from it. So I am so sorry guys that we're not doing a full wear test. I hope you still enjoyed this video, and then if you were curious about it, I'm not into it, guys. I ride or die for that Wet n Wild foundation. Milani has a great foundation. There's so many other good foundations at an even cheaper cost than this one, so I am unfortunately going to be returning this. Anyways, guys, I hope you still enjoyed this, and I will see you next video. Bye!